Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA. Yeah, ADA continues to follow the yellow scenario talked about in the previous update. No sign of a top yet. No sign of a top, but we want to zoom in a little bit and take a look at it. Obviously, the idea is that we are following this yellow scenario mentioned to you in the last video due to the break above, and that was our first signal after the price has been moving sideways for many weeks. After the break above, and that would have been a breakout trade, good one, a break above 37.4 cents. That was the signal that the yellow scenario or the bulls are taking the lead, in contrast to the bears that could have sent the price down lower, still within an overall bullish scenario, but it would have, allowed for a dip still lower to test the June 23 lows. And don't get me wrong, this is still possible. We have a rally, we have a good week, but we are still in very fragile structures, okay? A lot will depend on the next pullback, and I think next week we should know more about whether this is really going to turn into a major altcoin rally or if it's just something that happens this week, right? So it is going to be the next pullback that is going to be really relevant, because I'm adding support areas for the next pullbacks already to charts. They will have to be adjusted until we really get the start of that pullback. But yeah, it's going to be important to pay close attention to the structure of next pullbacks, because if they can't hold a higher low, then it was just a major fake out. So at the moment, the move up is extending quite a bit. Bear in mind, this is something that's been true for a long time now. Whenever ADA started to move, and ADA is typically a little bit late in the game, and don't get me wrong, I also hold ADA, right? But ADA is typically a little late in the game. And then when ADA starts to move, and it did move nicely today, typically Bitcoin is going to put a top in place. I mean, it is the case, Let me know in the comments if you agree. Certainly, we've all experienced that. The microstructure, the idea is we are moving up in a possible third wave, right? And it would be an A, B, C structure. I have to say this move up is long enough to already be all of wave A. And then if the B wave pullback starts now, support is between 33.4 and 37.6 cents. From there, a C wave rally could occur, which could complete the larger degree third wave. Then we can watch for the wave 4 and the wave 5 and so on. In terms of microstructure, and this is not reliable, we completed 5 waves up in wave 1. We've seen a small wave 2, too short to be reliable, really too shallow. But it could be, a third wave still in the making within wave C of A. Then there could be a 4-5. And based on that structure, I've added a micro support area. This is really just a signal area where, if the price breaks below this upper support area, it would be an indication that this B wave pullback has started. So this is literally just to watch, to get an idea of when a top is in place. Because it is now, we're now in a situation where the top could form at any point. Why? Because, or you might ask, because the wave count still shows higher. Well, it does, but first of all, the microstructure is unreliable. What matters more are the levels. And if I measure an ideal target in such a corrective wave, we are even overextended, even above the 161.8 extension. So that's why I communicated earlier today to our Discord members that as long as we're holding above 39.2 cents, further upside extensions are possible in the yellow scenario. But only then, right? Because in the green count, which we also have on the chart, this could easily be a WXY structure. And if it's a WXY pattern, then the internal structure here is not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just an A, B, C. Or rather, the A wave might even have been here. B. Yeah, because an A wave can be a 3-wave move. And then this becomes clear that a Y wave is a 3-wave move. It could top at any point. So typically we give an ABC the benefit of the doubt, but given that it's overextended, I think let's say a decent setup, even though this is only a 3-wave move, but still a low risk setup would be this one, because there will be a very we will be very close to the invalidation point, which is the red line at 31.5 cents. And very close to key support at 33.4 cents. But for now, the trend is still up, but we start to see some selling pressure come in, I think, as we speak. So important will be to see if the price can hold above 39.2 cents. Well, if not, then we have the next support area already on the chart. That's the update about ADA. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.